This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Introduction. Lorenzo Amedeo Avogadro was born in 1776 in Turin City of Italy and died in 1856 at the age of 81 years after making a great positive contribution to the field of science, especially chemistry. He was schooled in Turin, and having come from a family background of lawyers, his career was oriented towards law, whereby at the age of 16 years, he had already become a bachelor of jurisprudence, and 4 years down this profession, he had managed to get a doctorate in ecclesiastical law, which he began to practice, and later, in 1801, he received an appointment in the department of Arredano as the secretary to the prefecture. Avogadro's interest in natural philosophy. Along with his successful career in legal matters, Avogadro had a lot of interest in the field of natural philosophy, which influenced him to pursue private studies in both physics and mathematics in the year 1800. Whereby 3 years after his studies, he carried out scientific research on electricity together with his brother. In 1803, he was appointed to be a demonstrator at Turin Academy, which was followed by his becoming a professor of natural philosophy at Vercelli University in 1809. Avogadro received another appointment to head the chair in mathematical physics when it was first established in Italy in 1820 at the University of Turin, an appointment which he did not hold for long because the political changes at that time suppressed the chair, making him lose the job in 1822 until 1832 when he was reinstated. Avogadro's contribution to chemistry. In his article, Journal de Physique, which was published in 1811, Avogadro clearly described the distinction between an atom and a molecule, which Dalton had failed to differentiate in his work in 1808 and was confused between the two. Dalton assumed that in common compounds with 2 elements, each element contributed 1 atom. Dalton had considered particles to be the same as atoms and failed to admit that 1 oxygen particle could yield 2 particles of water. It was Avogadro who made it clear that atoms of hydrogen and oxygen are molecules made up of 2 atoms each, and therefore when 2 hydrogen molecules combine with 1 oxygen molecule, 2 water molecules are produced. Avogadro suggested that at the same conditions of pressure and temperature, all gases with equal volumes contained an equal number of molecules, which is the modern definition of Avogadro's principle. This principle was the basis of determining the molar masses as well as atomic masses. The Avogadro's number. Avogadro's number, which is also known as Avogadro's constant, is the number of particles in 1 mole of any substance, and its value is 6.02213667 times 1023. Amedeo did not actually determine this number himself because he did not know about moles at this time or any number that would later bear his name. It was through the work of Cannizzaro in 1860 that they used the ideas of Avogadro to come up with the number and obtained sets of atomic weights, which were based on oxygen with an atomic mass of 16. Conclusion. Today our definition of mole determines the size of Avogadro's number, and this number demonstrates the small size of both atoms and molecules in comparison with the number of substances we are aware of in our daily life. For example, we define a mole of a substance as the amount of the substance which contains as many particles as there are carbon atoms and 12 grams of the carbon-12 isotope. Did you like this contribution of Amedeo Avogadro to chemistry sample? To get more works like this one, make sure to check out the database of academic paper examples at ivypanda.com. You will find thousands of samples for all your study needs.